So, it's market day here in Puerto Palencia. This is day 4, last day of cycling, but I would honestly admit I have no idea what I'm going to do today. I'm going to head towards Palencia and into the mountains, and we'll kind of make it up as we go along, see how we feel. So I'll catch up with you later and let you know what I've decided. So here we are. We are about to go up the Col de Femenia. The Wahoo says we've been climbing for a wee while anyway, but this is the official start. It's never too steep, as you can see by this sign up here, an average of 5.5, 7.7 kilometres long. So here we go. Won't film all of this because it's considerably slower than me coming down it. I'll see you on the other side. There's barely a breath of wind today. Really is beautiful. This is a beautiful climb. I'll try and talk while breathing through my backside. But this was actually the first call I ever did in Mallorca, way back in 2014. I was staying in Playa de Muro, rented a road bike for the first time. I went out to the lighthouse, and before heading back I thought I'd follow this long straight road into the countryside, and lo and behold I saw the sign saying Femenia 8 kilometres or whatever it is, and I thought I'd go. So I cycled up to the top and back down. I didn't know the rest, like Sa Calobra and Sa Batalla, were so accessible and close, which is why I came back down. And also, I'd been out for a few hours and it was 36 degrees, so it wasn't the day for big miles, but this is a beautiful climb. I'd say we're about 2/3 of the way up. I'm just filming here because actually 2/3 of the way up the Femenia is a vineyard. Mortich. Sales of wines, Venta de Vinos. And I've had a Mortich red. I'm a red wine fan, and a Mortich red is lovely. Hard to get in the UK, but if you're out here and you see it in the menu in the restaurant, have a wee Mortich. Top of Femenia. Wow, there's no point in me putting the camera because you can't see it, but right up there just now there are about 12 eagles, I think. 12, all flying about, amazing. Here you go, I'm not going to stop. I've had my photograph here before. I'm just going to enjoy whizzing down this hill. Here's a sign. Se tira para abajo, no sube. This stretch of road is the one and only place I have seen a pine marten live in the wild. I came along here at 6 AM in the morning in the summer to do Sa Calobra, and it just wandered out the trees on one side stood in the middle of the road and looked at me and then wandered away into the trees on the other side. It was truly magnificent to see. So this is us out in the, came to the junction we were at yesterday. Here you can go left to descend Sa Batalla, or right and head to Sa Calobra. So we've went right. It's a wee bit of a climb through the trees, but the shade gives you a wee bit of respite. It's quite nice, it's never that steep. Our next stop is a viewpoint. It's one of the most spectacular viewpoints you'll ever see. Again, I'll film it and take some pictures, but they can never do justice to just seeing it with the naked eye. Anyway, I'll check in then. See from the sign, this is where the road forks and you get the choice of Soler or Sa Calobra, and you can tell you're here because you come to the, now I'm not sure if it's a Roman viaduct or not, but it's definitely a viaduct and it is beautiful in the scenery. There's a famous wee cycling cafe stop here where most folk either stop for refreshment to make the decision, or if they've just completed Sa Calobra or come down from the Manabat tunnel in Puig Major. Well, here goes. This is number 5 for me, but as you can see from the sign there, I've chosen to go to Sa Calobra. 12 kilometres. Now, what a lot of people don't realise is Sa Calobra is actually the town, the wee village that you drop down to. The actual hill is Cols del Reis, and it is actually a col. So before you drop down, there is this wee climb. I don't know if you just saw on the sign there. There is a 2.5 kilometre climb up, and it's a little doozy. Averaging 6%, sorry, in the gradient. And there's 2 or 3 switchbacks. Now, way up there, I can see a van up there. That's where we're going first, before we drop down. Then I'll get some good video today. Probably of going down, because going up will take me a long time. My record up it is 51 minutes, I think. I'll check it on Strava later, and when I'm making the video I'll put a correction up if I'm wrong. But I know it's a beat the hour, which was my goal the last time I was here, because my 3 previous ascents of Cols del Reis from Sa Calobra were done in the heat of July, so really going fast wasn't that an option. So I had a wee go at it last year, and again it wasn't full gas, I just wanted to beat the hour. Yeah, don't know if you can see up there the zigzags, all the vehicles go up, so you have to go up that first. To put it in perspective in times, I think Tom Pidcock is still the king of the mountains coming up from Sa Calobra in some ridiculous time, like 20 something minutes. And again, to be even further in perspective as far as the pros go, the thing is, Tom Pidcock's time up it is actually quicker than my time going down. Just incredible. Anyway, enough talking for just now, because I need all my effort for breathing. See you in a bit. So, you are just shy of 25 miles from Porta Pollença to the wee cafe stop back there. And it is a hilly, very hilly 25 miles, 40k. And if you're staying in Porta Pollença, Alcudia, whatever, one option is to use Mallorca Cycle Shuttle, because they can pick you up in the morning. And they can drop you off at the cafe. So you can do it with fresh legs, especially if you've already had a couple of big days. So that is an option for you. Say especially if you're going for an effort. But I enjoy the scenery and the way out here, and a coffee and look. So I've done the whole thing. There we go, there's the top of Cols del Reis. Ooh. Right, here goes descent to Sa Calobra. There is the sign. There, we are in Sa Calobra. The couple that I just followed down from the top, I actually just went and spoke to them and told them to subscribe or follow me on YouTube and Instagram, because it'd be quite nice for them to actually see their descent. So there's the bike, here's me, we're in the town. And I say town, there's like a couple of shops, a couple of restaurants. Now the river that runs out in the inlet here is through there. You can't go through it with a bike, you've got to walk. But it is beautiful, and it's where that viewing point, the Torrent de Paris, it's where the river for that actually comes out. So we're going to make the ascent soon, which isn't as fun as the descent, although I'm letting the feeling come back into my hands after gripping the brakes for the last 20 minutes. But yeah, there's Sa Calobra. Beautiful. Okay, let's go and start the climb now. What goes down has to be climbed back up again. Sa Calobra done, and wahoo! Quite literally I got a personal record. I think I beat my own record by about 5 seconds, but I beat the 50-minute mark. It was 49.50 58 or something. Dead chuffed with that, but it was hard going. So now, our last day of cycling, I would say it's not almost at an end, but this is the home run. We're going to head to Sa Batalla and then along the wee Campinet Valley back to Porto Valença. This is the fun part when you get stuck behind the buses, because they're actually the slowest thing on these roads. And away we go. So the last thing you or your legs are needing after Sa Calobra, if you're heading back, is another climb. But at least it's not as vicious, and we're not going for PRs anymore. You finish Sa Calobra and you're at the cafe, to be honest, even if you go to Soler, you have a real tough climb ahead of you up to the Manabar tunnel at Puigmajor. It's a toughie. You've got some beautiful views of Gosblau when you get up there, or if you're doing like I'm doing and heading back towards Sa Batalla or Femenia, you've got a wee climb out of the valley again. And if you look straight ahead just now, that was the wee climb up to Col del Reis. Up there straight ahead, you can just see cars on it in the distance. But we'll just take this one nice and easy. We've just refilled our bottles and we'll enjoy this beautiful scenery and good gracious beautiful tarmac. One of the reasons you come here is the quality of tarmac you are cycling on is fantastic. Oh dear. I mean, look at that. I mean, is that not just bliss? It's like somebody built Scalextrics for cyclists in the real world. Amazing. And it's amazing how easy a good road surface helps you with your climbing. You get a nice rhythm. Being 20 years younger would help me with my climbing, to be honest. But I'll take good tarmac, because I haven't found the fountain of youth yet. ladies and gentlemen, was the descent of Sa Calobra, no Sa Calobra, bollocks, start again. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the descent of Sa Batalla. Oh, that was so much fun. Man, I'd almost accept a mountain bike style lift to the top just so I could go down that again. Wow. Now, not just my favourite climb, I've descended that twice now. Just my favourite descent as well. Absolutely superb. Anyway, back to the port now. There's my dream house right there. It's just waiting in Euro Millions. My own fresh oranges at the back door. That would be bliss. So that's the end of day 4 and the end of all the cycling. Hope you enjoyed my wee films. The only thing left to do is take the bike back to the bike shop. But we'll be back. See you later.